Tomorrow is the Amavasya, Deepavali, and then after that, Govardhan Puja. And a few days after that, Tirobhav of Guru Maharaj Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj or Srila Prabhupada. So it is such an auspicious month, and it is such auspicious how to remember Brajamandal Parikrama. What are 5 angas that the 5 things that Mahaprabhu has emphasized? What is in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita? Anyone can tell? First thing is Sadhu Sangha, and then Namakirtan, and then Bhagavata Shravana, and then Mathuravas, and Srimurti Shraddhaya Sevan. So to associate with sadhus, with pure devotees, to do Nam Kirtan, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam.
Do we need this?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I have it gives me it gives my left hand something to do. How to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavata Pade Bhagavata Stane. You should hear Srimad Bhagavatam at the feet of Bhagavat. Bhagavat means 2 things. It means Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumarto Mahan. This is from Sri Chaitanya Bhattamanjusha by Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati. Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Praman. It is our supreme authority. And Bhagavat also means that person who is a fully surrendered devotee. That person whose life is absorbed in bhajan, who is fully absorbed in bhakti. There are 3 types of Bhagavat. There is Kanishta Bhagavat. Kanishta Bhagavat sees Bhagavan in the temple, and he sees my Guru, and he will do service to Bhagavan. Bas. Madhyama Bhagavat. Ishvare tadadhineshu badasheshu dvishatsu cha prema maitri kripopeksha sabbhakta madhyama smritaha. Madhyama Bhagavat sees 3 categories. There is, 5 categories. There is Bhagavan and Bhagavan's associates, and there are those who are devotees who are of the same stature, and devotees who are weaker, Kanishta, and then those who are envious. So they will give their love for Bhagavan and for Parikars, associates of Bhagavan. And they will, superior devotees, they will try to always associate with them and hear and surrender and serve them. Srila Rupa Goswami has given this in Sri Upadeshamrita. You know? He has said that if there is a devotee who is fully engaged in bhajan, whose heart is completely free from such propensities as criticizing others, from whom all anarthas have gone, means at least that person who is in the stage of rati. At least. That devotee who is, we say, bhavuk. What does it mean, bhavuk? That person who has come in the stage of bhava bhakti at least. Oh, this person is top class. Sometimes, parikars, associates of Radha and Krishna come. Those who have prem in their heart. Who can have prem? Is it possible to have prem in this body? No. So that person who has prem, they are parikar. They have come and they are playing the role of bhavuk bhakta. For example, Bharat Maharaj, he was a bhavuk bhakta. He had come to the stage of rati. Now it is said Sometimes by the arrangement of Yogamaya, it was shown that even Bharat Maharaj in the stage of rati became overwhelmed by attachment to a deer, and so he had to take the body of a deer. But by the grace of Bhagavan, he had remembrance. His fall down was not anything ordinary, and it was the arrangement of Yogamaya. And then in his next life, he became Jadbharat. And he gave instructions to Maharaj Rahugana on pure bhakti. And pure bhakti, most important thing, Rahuganaita tapasana yati na chejaya neva jalagni suryaya. And mahiyasam padarajobhishekam. One must take their bath in the dust of the feet of a pure devotee. What does that mean? Find a devotee and make a bath out of their foot dust? No, it means that person who is the pure devotee, who is the unalloyed devotee, who is of the category of Narada Muni, Shukadev Goswami, find that devotee and always hear from them their Harikatha, always serve them, take the dust of their feet also, but especially take their Mahaprasad, take their Harikatha. This is most important. So, then, this person is the Uttama Bhagavat. And if one will find that Uttama Bhagavat, one should completely, wholeheartedly serve them. So, Sadhu Sangha is so very important. Nowadays, there are some misconceptions going around, and I only want to say 2 words about this, because we are talking about Mathuravasa, but it begins with Sadhu Sangha. Some people have propagated the idea that simply if we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, if we simply continue chanting, everything will be revealed. They are right. But what will be revealed? You should associate with pure devotees. We're not just going to start a Hari Bol club and by more chanting, we will realize everything and we will go back home, back to Godhead. No. If we are sincere and we are chanting Hare Krishna, oh Krishna, please accept me, please take me closer to you, Krishna will send to us a pure devotee. We will get the opportunity to associate. Even if it is someone who is only a little superior, a little advanced, but if we find that person who is doing bhajan, whose business is bhajan, whose business is service, who has no interest in mundane affairs and politics and making money and all these things, and only their business is Harikatha, we must honor them, we must serve them, we must hear from them, always. Only if someone is envious, or if they have some criticism of our Guru Varga, if they are a Vaishnava, we will respect them, but from a distance. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Like there are many persons who are very learned, and they are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and they are doing bhajan, and they are very sincere, but they will be critical of Gaudiya Mat, they are critical of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We don't criticize them, we don't associate with them, we don't go to them, but we respect them because they are devotees. And if you criticize, then if someone is doing a bad thing, their bad qualities will come on you. That criticism forms a bridge. And if that person is a pure devotee and you criticize, you will, people think sometimes, oh, it will be like Ambarish Maharaj, Sudarshan Chakra will come and personally chase after me and I will be burnt, or I will immediately be cut and go to hell. No, it doesn't happen like that. What is the worst effect of Vaishnava Parad? Who can tell me? What is the worst effect? Yes, Dee.
Gurudev said that Krishna will come personally and create a special hell for you.
There is that, yes.
For millions of births.
Yes.
But you lose Sadhu Sangha.
Yes. What is the insidious result of Vaishnava Parad.
Loss of taste.
Oh, you lose your intelligence.
Yes, that which we think is bhakti becomes replaced by something that looks like bhakti. It smells like bhakti. It feels like bhakti. But it is not bhakti. It is simply pride. It is by abhiman, I am chanting, I am doing all these things, and others will respect me. But bhakti has left my heart.
If they're
And-
lucky enough to stay.
And I will, losing the taste and losing taste for Harikatha, losing taste for sadhu sangha, and then falling under the shelter of false pride. What do we think? Oh, now I am a guru, I am an acharya, I will teach my new philosophy. It is not necessary to do this, and I am also a guru and I can teach this, that, and the other thing, and new path, shortcut, easy peasy. You just do this and one and done, and you can go and you have reached your desired goal. But I don't even know what the desired goal is. This is a problem. So this is it is true. If someone has, and then in their next life, they will suffer in hellish condition. But it's that person, because Krishna loves his devotees so much. If that person is making a disturbance and they are causing problem, Krishna will remove them. Krishna may give them money, make them wealthy, make them successful. Oh, look, go in worldly life. Go away from my devotees. Come on. Because who is Krishna's external energy? Mahamaya. Oh, she is so alluring. She is so beautiful. She attracts others because she has Krishna's power of attraction. And she lures us. Come on, look. You can just follow me. And it is like these people. There used to be people, I don't know if they are still there. If you go to change money in Delhi, someone will come and say, oh, look, Prabhu, I am a devotee. I will give you the best rate on changing money. Come. I will change your dollars for rupees and give you so much more. And they will take you in the back alley and they'll say, quickly, we have to do it. Then another person comes acting as the police and says, oh, no, we have to do it quickly. Go change. And then you go away and there is a few rupees on top and a stack of paper. Oh, I have been cheated. This is the vritti of Maya. Prakshepatmika and Avaranatmika. So one should not do Vaishnava Parad. And one should also not think, Bahu Janma Kori Jadi Shravana Kirtan, Tabutana Paya Krishna Pade Premadhan. Because what is the goal of our chanting Hare Krishna? Krishna Pade Premadhan. You know, we used to say this every day after Mangalarti, right? What does it mean? If someone is doing the 10 offenses in chanting, you can chant birth after birth after birth, you will not get the goal of prema, treasure at the lotus feet of Sri Radha and Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. Not possible. So if someone will say, oh, we'll do kirtan, we'll do 6-hour kirtan, 24-hour kirtan, 7-day-a-week kirtan, but if you are doing Namaparad, it will give you some sukriti, but if you are not respecting Vaishnava, you will not get prem. You will not get prem. But still, we don't disrespect if someone wants to do that. That's fine. That is no problem. But this must be understood. This is not like a big thing of, oh, look, now there is a new process, only chant and everything is revealed. Everything is revealed, but it is revealed by, you will get inspiration to go in anugatya of pure devotees. When our Srila Prabhupada was present, he always wanted devotees to associate with him, to come at least once a year and see him in the Mayapur festival, to hear from him. Why? Because he was also sadhu sangha. And this is the real meaning of sadhu sangha. It just doesn't mean, hey, Hari Bol Prabhu, let's sit down and have a pizza and watch a movie together. because now I'm associating with devotees because I'm a devotee, you're a devotee, and I'm getting my devotee association. It doesn't work that way. If we want to have the actual goal of Krishna consciousness, where does that phrase come from? Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate tatra lalyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukritarna labhyate. So now let us go to Kamyavan. Let us offer our pranams to Vrindavan Dham. Let us ask for the permission of Vrinda Devi. Kamyavan is often the first place we go after going to places, after going to Vishram Ghat. And we also heard last week about Govardhan, Radhakund, Shyamakund. Now we come to Kamyavan. Because Kamyavan is a place of Vrinda Devi, we must take the permission of Vrinda Devi. Why is it called Kamyavan? It is the place of Kam or desire. Now, in this material world, we think of Kam as lust. But in the spiritual world, the definition of Kam is given, Prema eva goparamanam kama iti yagamat pratam. This is to satisfy the senses of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, who enjoys the company of Goparamanis. That is Sri Krishna, Param Purush. So the gopis, we follow the example of the gopis. How? Not to be like bogus persons, sucky beki, and artificially dress like gopis and imagine that we are gopis. No. Because their hearts were full of one thing, how to please Krishna, how to please Krishna's senses. So this is the meaning of bhakti. Bhakti comes from the Sanskrit root bhaj. Bhaj means not, I am doing service, doing something like a mechanical service. That can be karma yoga. Karma yoga is not bad. Karma yoga is a good thing. Karma yoga will lead us to elevation. But bhakti means Krishna is my Gurudev, is my guide, and Krishna is my Ishtadev, and I want to please my Lord. Let me offer what I'm doing with love. Someone has said, oh, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. If someone will offer me a leaf, a flower, a fruit, some water, I will accept it. Oh, Gurudev has explained, Ashnami prayatatmana yome bhaktya. If I have offered with love, how bhakti will come in the heart? What is the meaning of real bhakti? At the stage of rati. That is real beginning of bhakti, beginning of sadhana. Adav shraddha tatat sadhu sango tabhajana kriya tato nivritti syat tato nishta ruchistada tata saktis tato bhava tata premabhyasanchiti sadhakanam ayam premna pradur bhave bhavet kramaha. This is how prem gradually appears within the heart of a devotee. It starts from having some shraddha. Shraddha may be some laukik shraddha that I should hear from sadhu. And then if we come in contact with pure sadhu, some paramartik shraddha, transcendental faith will come in our heart. It's not simply about believing. Nowadays, people like to believe things. They will believe this, they will believe that, they will change their belief, they will believe in another thing, they will believe someone else, they will believe and get cheated, they will believe and they will become disappointed, they will believe and become angry. But believing is not what Shraddha is. Shraddha means that there is a sambandha. Sambandha means I have established that my business is not to be the enjoyer, not to be the controller, not to be the husband or the wife or the parent or the child or anything like that. I am Jiver Swarupaya Nitya Krishna Das. What does Dasa mean? Das means I am like a slave. If my master gives me something, I am very happy. You know how a dog is? What is a dog's nature? Oh, I feed the dog. Dog says, yes, master, thank you, master. I love you, master. I will follow you everywhere, master. I love you. That is the Dasa means, oh, look, my master has given me something. Oh, master, you will be merciful to me. You will be merciful to me. The dog does not want to go to another master. And if someone else comes, dog will say, bonk, 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 go away. I am only serving my master. Go away. That is the nature of dog. And we have to have this sambandh. Yes, loyalty, complete loyalty. So, bhakti means that I have established sambandh by the grace of my Gurudev. And my Gurudev has given me initiation. Gurudev has said, Namasrishtam manumapi shachi putram attara swarupam. All these things have been given. It is supposed to pinch us. Oh, I have been given such high things, but I am not actually experiencing. I am not actually engaged fully in bhajan. I have been given divine name, but I am not chanting 24 hours a day. So the answer is that we should be reminded, we should pinch ourselves, and we should say these things, because this has been written by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. He is like the first student in the class. The professor is, who is the professor?
Rupa Goswami.
Srila Rupa Goswami. And the first student in the first row, who is the one that everyone wants to be like that student, that is Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. He has shown how to be the ideal sadhaka on the path of Rupanuga Bhakti. Sometimes people think that because of how it has been translated, that Raganuga Bhakti means spontaneous devotional service. That means do whatever you feel like. No. It means to follow in Vrajaloka Anusarata, to follow strictly the rules and regulations. It is said in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that Srila Das Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, his following the principles of sadhana was like lines etched in stone. He was doing like 22 and a half hours a day. He was chanting. He was hardly taking any time to eat anything and becoming very thin because he was chanting and he was weeping. That was his business. And he was not taking any time. He would beg a little bit and he thought, oh, I'm taking too much time for this. And then he switched to looking for the rice that was offered to Jagannath and then given to the cows, and the cows had rejected it, and he would collect that and wash it and eat it with some salt. Because he didn't want to spend time begging. It would take away from his time of bhajan. Now he has shown an example. Sometimes we hear this and say, oh my God, how could we do this? Because you do not climb up to this position of sadhana by your own force of effort, like the person who is free climbing a cliff, El Capitan, and maybe risking death because they like the thrill of risking their life. No, it is not like that. That is a very Western idea. We will only first become the das. I am the servant. I am the slave. I am following the path of Sharanagati. Sharanagati is the gateway to bhakti. Rakshishyatiti Vishvasa Goptritve Varanam Tata. Gurudev has said Goptritve Varanam Tata is the Swarup Lakshan of Sharanagati, and other 5 are Tatastha Lakshan. So we have come to Kamyavan. And there are in Kamyavan 84 kundas, 84 temples, and 84 pillars. So from ancient times, it is a very holy place. And to do parikrama is about 14 miles to go around the entirety of Kamyavan. Normally, one will begin by bathing in Vimalakund. We will tell something about Vimalakund. There's a lot of narrations around this. Some of the places there are Gopikakund, Suvarnapur, Gayakund, Dharmakund, the throne of Yamaraj, Yagyakund, which is the Panchatirtha Sarovar of Pandavas, Paramamokshakund, Manikarnakakund, Nivasakund, Yashodakund, Manokamrakund, Gopika Ramanakund, Setubhanda Rameshwarakund, Dhyanakund, Taptakund, Jalbiharakund, Rangilakund, Chabilakund, Jakilakund, Matilakund, Luklukikund, Govindakund, Netramishana, Pishadani Shila, Vyomasura Gufa, Bhojanatali, and the marriage place of Lalita Saki. Kushastali, Kameshwar Mahadev, the place of killing Shankachuda. There are deities of Chandrasekhar, Bimaleshwar, Varahadev, the 5 Pandavas with Draupadi, Vrinda Devi with Govindji, Sri Radha Vallabha. So first of all, some places, major places in Kamyavan. What is the story of Vimalakund? So there was once a king in ancient times. It was actually at the time of Sri Krishna. This king was called Vimala Maharaj. He had 6,000 queens. He was a very, very righteous, pure, and virtuous king who was a devotee of Krishna, and he had 6,000 queens. But having 6,000 queens meant that he had to maintain 6,000 palaces. Every queen had her own palace. So if any foolish man thinks, oh, I will have more than one wife who will be like my queen, okay, then she will have her palace. No, nobody can do that in this day and age. But he had 6,000 queens, but he had no children. This was such a pain for him. Oh, I have no children. I want to have children. Why someone will enter family life? Because I want to have children. I want to have very nice children. If my child will behave nicely, I will be very happy. If I will see my child grow up, I will be very happy. If I will see my child become successful, I will be very happy. If my child will be more successful than me, I will be very happy. I should feel proud of my child. Everyone wants this. It is part of our human nature. So he was feeling distressed, not having children, so he asked Yagyavalkya Rishi, oh, sage Yagyavalkya, I am distressed because I have not gotten any children. And Yagyavalkya gave him some blessing. And by the blessing of sage Yagyavalkya, he had so many very beautiful daughters. Who were these daughters? Were they any ordinary jivas? No, they were formerly women of Ayodhya who saw Sri Ram. And they saw, oh, Sri Ram is so beautiful. He is so handsome. He is so sundar. He has very powerful arms, and he has a broad chest. And we would like to be his wives. But it was not possible because Sri Ram had taken Ekapatni Vrat. He will only accept one wife, which was Sita Devi. So by the blessing of Yagyavalkya Rishi, all of these women of Ayodhya, they came as the daughters of Maharaj Vimala. So very, very beautiful, such beautiful girls, and with all good qualities. And then when they came to around marriageable age, Maharaj Vimala was thinking, what will I do? They are so qualified, they are so beautiful, they have so many good qualities. They are very much gunavati, shilavati. They have all good qualities. Where will it be possible to find any husband for them? Because it is a woman's nature, if she is going to be with a partner, he must be someone that she can respect. That is something that's required. So who could possibly, these girls who were so highly qualified, who could possibly be someone who has qualities that they will look up to? Oh, he thought, I will send a messenger to Sri Krishna, to Dwarka. So he sent a messenger there. But on the way, this messenger ran into Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhishma Pitamaha said, oh, you are taking this letter of invitation from Maharaj Bimala. But Krishna right now is in Vrindavan, so you should go there. So, messenger went and met with Krishna in Vrindavan, and he gave this letter of invitation from Maharaj Bimala, saying, "Oh, Krishna, I have my daughters of my 6,000 queens, and I ask you please if you will come and marry them, because I cannot think of anyone other than you who is qualified." So Krishna immediately came to Champakanagari, and then he brought all of these princesses to Kamyavan. And then he expanded himself in as many forms. So this is Vaibhav Prakash. When Krishna will expand himself in multiple forms, it is called Vaibhav Prakash. When Krishna is doing Rasa Leela with gopis in Vrindavan, Swayam Prakash. There is only one Krishna. Tasam madhye dvayor dvayoho means Krishna is one Krishna, but he is moving so that it seems he is in everywhere at once. And he is doing this with how many gopis? Shatta Koti Gopi. 1 billion gopis. You can do this. Rasika Shekara Shri Krishna. Yeah. So, Krishna brought all of these very beautiful princesses to Kamyavan. He separated himself in as many Krishnas, and he married all of them. And then he did so many pastimes. He did Rasa Leela with them, and he did so many very beautiful, youthful pastimes with them. And this was their long cherished desire. That this is also we saw Sri Ram in our previous birth. And now he has come and he is fulfilling all of our desires. And we have become his beloveds. And the tears of happiness from their eyes filled this entire pond, Vimla. And so this is one story of Vimla Kund. It is also said that during Chaturmasya, all of the tirthas of the universe come to Brajamandala. So, on one occasion, on one Chaturmasya, Tirtharaj Pushkara did not come. Okay. Krishna noted this. Then, Krishna meditated on Yogamaya. Who is Yogamaya? Yogamaya is Krishna's Leela Shakti. She will arrange everything necessary for Leela. Krishna does not even have to desire anything. He doesn't have to think because his Ichcha Shakti can act independently. Krishna's Shaktis all can operate independently of him. They are not his slaves that he has to order them. Do this, do that. They are non-different from Krishna. Shakti Shakti Mator Abhedaha. What this means? This is from Vedanta Sutra. There is no difference between Shakti and Shakti. Krishna's Shakti Yogamaya. Krishna simply thought of Yogamaya. Immediately she arranged, and water began to burst forth from the ground. Very beautiful, clean, pure water. And from all of this water, a very beautiful, pure Kishori came. Kishori, young teenage girl. So beautiful. And Krishna sported with her. And Krishna was so pleased by his pastimes with this Kishori, he said, "Oh, I give you the name Bimala Devi. And this Kund will be called Bimala Kund. And anyone who bathes in your Kund will get 7 times the benediction of bathing in Pushkara." So many persons came there. Maharshi Durvasa and the Pandavas also resided there. During the Pandavas' time of Vanavas, they spent so much time in Kamyavan and also at this Bimala Kund. Now, also, in Kamyavan, there is Vrinda Devi. So what is the story of Vrinda Devi? After the time of Mahaprabhu and Sri Rupa and Sanatan, then Aurangzeb came. He was like the worst of the Mughals. And he was breaking all the temples and breaking deities and doing so atrocity. Then the king of Jaipur, who was a great devotee of Krishna, he heard, let us do a rescue mission. Let us do an evacuation. Let us take all the deities, Sri Govinda, Gopinath, Radha Vallabha, Radha Madan Mohan, and bring them to Jaipur. They will be safe here. Aurangzeb will not dare to come here. We will fight him with our armies. So he went with carts, and they carried all of the deities. And as they were on their way from Vrindavan to Jaipur, they rested for a few days in Kamyavan. Of course, while resting there, deities were given a place to sit, and they were getting offerings, they were getting arati, they were getting flowers, they were getting so much service there. What do you think? Oh, also there was a deity of Vrinda Devi. And of course, Thakurji wanted to stay there. Oh, I like it here. So, Vrinda Devi remained, and all the other deities went on to Vrindavan, but in time, temples were constructed, including Pratibha Murti, like copy Murti of Govindji, Madan Mohan, Radha Vallabha, and so forth. So there is a temple of Vrinda Devi and Govindji. Before the time of Mahaprabhu, Kamyavan was called Vrindavan. So still there will be some people who will object and say, no, Kamyavan, this is actually Vrindavan. But then Gurudev gives the argument, how it is possible to have Vrindavan without Nidhuvan, without Keshi Ghat, without the Kaliyadeha, and all of these Leela Stalis. It is not possible. So this is the story of Kamyavan. But Vrinda, she has always been worshipped in Vrindavan. She is the mistress of Vrindavan because Yogamaya is Leela Shakti of Sri Krishna. But Vrinda Devi, she is the deity of, she oversees the Nikunja Leela. All of the very intimate pastimes of Sri Krishna. This is all arranged by Vrinda Devi. So, Vrinde Numaste Chadanadavindam. When we are worshipping Tulsi Ji, we are worshipping her as Vrinda. And we are asking her, please, you give me residence in Vilas Kunj. Vilas Kunje Diovas. Mora e Abhilash Vilas Kunje Diovas. Nayane Heribo Sada Yugala Rupa Rashi. I want to always see the beautiful, youthful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. E Nivedana Daro Sakira Nugata Koro. Please make me a follower of the Sakis. Grant me service of the Sakis. I want to be in the, especially of Sri Lalita Devi, under the guidance of Sri Rupa Manjari and Sri Guru Saki. So, and of course, Vrinda Devi was established in Sri Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math in Vrindavan, near Seva Kunj. Then we come to Dharmakund. What is Dharmakund? Dharmakund, in the Mahabharata, there is a story. Maharaj Yudhishthir, and he was after, this was after the time of, it was after the time of Ranavat. So there was some time, about 1 year, when the Pandavas were in hiding. Because they knew that Duryodhana tried to have them killed. How did Duryodhana try to have them killed? He had a house constructed of lac and flammable materials, all kinds of combustible things were all piled up. The house would definitely not pass any kind of building code or fire inspection, no way. It was actually meant to burst into flames and go up like a torch. So Pandavas were there, but by some hints of Viduraji, Pandavas were able to escape through a tunnel, and they went through, they thought, you know, Duryodhana tried, he is very powerful, and right now, if we make ourselves known, he will follow up, and he may be successful. Let us stay hidden for a while. So that Duryodhana goes back to sleep and thinks, oh, now I've gotten rid of the Pandavas. So some bones were found in the fire. Duryodhana thought, oh, I was successful. But they were in hiding. They came through Kamyavan at this time, and they came to Dharmakund because the Pandavas were very thirsty. They were almost dying of thirst. So Yudhishthira sent Nakula, see, look, there are some birds flying overhead. Follow them, see if you can find, they must be going to a lake. And he found this very beautiful lake, Dharmakund, and very beautiful clear water with lotuses. He went to drink from the water. A voice called out, "Stop! Do not touch this water without answering my questions." Nakula did not listen. He touched the water, immediately fell down dead. Same thing, Sahadev, after Nakula did not come back, he sent Sahadev. Yudhishthira sent Sahadev. Sahadev also did the same thing. "Stop! Do not drink without answering my questions." He touched the water, fell down dead. And finally, then Arjun was sent. And Arjun heard, oh, do not touch this water without answering my questions. Arjun said, I am not afraid of anyone. I am not afraid of you. I will have a drink and then we will have some words. Arjun touched the water, fell down dead. Finally, Bhim was sent. Bhim saw all of his brothers are lying there dead, but still he was so thirsty, and he went, despite the warning, water, he also fell down dead. Yudhishthira came, and again, Yudhishthira was dying of thirst, but there was a voice that called, oh, answer my questions first. Yudhishthira said, please first show yourself. And then he revealed himself as a very horrible-looking yaksha. And yaksha said, I am the guardian of this lake. You must answer my questions. So Yudhishthira said, go right ahead. And he asked questions. What is higher than the sky? It is the debt of honor. And he asked many questions, such as, what is the news? This material world is a frying pan. Time is the cook. The modes of material nature are the and all the living entities are like seeds being cooked in the frying pan. What is the most wonderful thing? Ahani ahani bhutani gachanti hayamalayam shesha stavaramichanti kimascharyamata param. Every day we see our friends and relatives marching off to the house of death, and those who are left behind think that somehow I will live forever. What can be more wonderful than this? And the yaksha was so very pleased. He said, okay, I will give you one boon. And Yudhishthira said, please show me your true form. And he showed himself that he is actually Dharmaraj himself. He had come in the form of Yaksha because he wanted to test Maharaj Yudhishthira, who is actually his son, and see what is Maharaj Yudhishthira's knowledge of Dharma. He said, I will give you the life of one of your brothers. Maharaj Yudhishthira said, oh, then give me the life of Sahadev. He said, why? If you had just Arjun, you could win the whole coming war against Duryodhana. He said, because I am the surviving son of Kunti, and there would be otherwise no surviving son of Madri, and at least one of her sons should be able to offer oblations on her behalf. So again, he was very pleased. He granted the life of all brothers. All Pandavas came back to life. It is this place, Dharmakund, where this happened. Also, while staying nearby here, once Draupadi went to bathe alone in Vimalakund. And Jayadratha was always very envious. He was a friend of Duryodhana and he wanted to cause trouble to the Pandavas. So he came along and kidnapped Draupadi. He took her by force on his chariot and began running away. Oh, immediately Draupadi was calling out. Bhim and Arjun went running after and they captured Jayadratha. Bhim was ready to kill Jayadratha right then and there. Yudhishthira said, Shant Gadadhari Bhim, be peaceful, relax. Let us decide. Draupadi should be the one to decide what is the fitting punishment for Jayadratha. And Draupadi said, oh, this Jayadratha certainly deserves to die, but for someone like him to be dishonored is even worse than death. So let him be dishonored. So Bhim cut off his facial hair, everything except a beard, and he shaved his head and left 5 shikas. So it looked very, very odd. And Jayadratha was completely humiliated and he was fuming. So this also is the place in Kamyavan where Pandavas were staying. Duryodhana was always plotting how to make trouble for the Pandavas. So he had Durvasa Rishi come to Hastinapur, and he told Durvasa, you know, the Pandavas are staying in Kamyavan, and they very much like to receive sadhus and entertain them. You should please go there. So Durvasa Muni went with his 10,000 disciples. They went just at the time after Draupadi had taken her noon meal. Now Draupadi had Akshaya Patra. She had the special gift from Suryadev of a pot. And whatever Draupadi cooked in that pot could feed and satisfy unlimited number of people unless and until Draupadi had had her own meal. Then it was finished. And he came just at the time when Draupadi had just eaten. So Durvasa said, we shall go now and bathe in the Yamuna, and then we will come back and you can feed us. So, okay, very good. Oh my God, what we are going to do, who can save us? And Draupadi immediately thought, hey Krishna, hey Govinda, 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 please help us. Krishna came immediately, he said, oh, Draupadi, Sakhi, what is the problem? She said, Duryodhana, we know Duryodhana has engineered this, but Durvasa Muni has come with his disciples and they have gone to bathe, but I have already had my meal and there is nothing left in the pot to feed them. Krishna said, oh, let me see the pot. He looked inside and there was one little leaf of spinach sticking to it. He popped it in his mouth and he said, Triptosmi, 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 I am satisfied. Immediately, now Durvasa Muni and his disciples were coming back from bathing. They saw Bhim hurrying toward them. Their stomachs felt very full. They all belched very loudly. Oh my God, we are stuffed. We couldn't possibly eat one morsel. If we go and we don't eat anything of what Pandavas have prepared, Durvasa was thinking, I have just had this incident with Ambarish Maharaj. I don't want to do offense because I know Pandavas are great devotees. So they left immediately. So it is this place. Durvasa Muni also used to come and stay in Kamyavan. And he used to do bhajan on the shores of Bimala Kund. There was also another incident in the Mahabharata. At one point, Duryodhana thought, I will harass the Pandavas. This was during the time because this also later, because Pandavas came back during their Vanavas, when they had to spend 13 years in the forest and then 1 year in Agyatavas. So they came and also stayed in Kamyavan because it was such a nice place. And by the shores of Bimala Kund, very nice, beautiful place with such pure water. And then this is when Duryodhana decided to do Shobhayatra. Shobhayatra means like the grand display of how glorious and golden and amazing we are. So he arranged that all of his associates and his brothers should come on their chariots dressed in their finest and have a pavilion and a grand feast and do everything where the Pandavas can see. And he thought this will make the Pandavas suffer so much because they are living in poverty and living in the forest and wearing only tree bark. But the plan backfired. Indra saw this going on, and he sent a Gandharva named Chitrasen. He told Chitrasen, you stop this nonsense. So Chitrasen went and he fought with Duryodhan and Karna and all of these other persons and immediately kidnapped them, arrested them. They were all completely defeated by Chitrasen, and they were so much in distress now. They were doing Shobhayatra to have fun at the Pandavas' expense. Now they have become bandi, they have become prisoners. So Yudhishthira saw this. Oh, Bhim saw this, he said, ha, well, they got what they deserved. And Yudhishthira said, no, Suryodhan, because Duryodhan was of a very wicked, cruel nature. It is said that he was a partial incarnation of Kali. But Yudhishthira's nature was such that he always saw only the best in others. He called him Suryodhan, not Duryodhan, Suryodhan. He said, oh, our brother Suryodhan is in distress, we should help him. Arjun, Bhim, you go. And Bhim said, no, I won't, they deserve this. Then Yudhishthira asked Arjun. Arjun said, okay, I will do as you say, I will go. So Arjun went and he met with Chitrasen. Now it turned out that Arjun and Chitrasen were old buddies, because when Arjun had gone to Swargalok and Indra had sent Arjun to defeat the Nivatakavachas, there were some asuras, the Kalakeyas and the Nivatakavachas. They were hiding by day and going and terrorizing the universe at night, and so Indra sent Arjun to defeat them. So Arjun had fought with Chitrasen. So Chitrasen, Arjun came and did not have to even fight with Chitrasen, but he said, please, I am asking now for the release. And then Chitrasen, yes, oh, for Arjun, I will do it for you. And so, how much was the humiliation of the Kauravas? First, they were arrested by Chitrasen, the Gandharva, and then they were rescued by those persons they came to humiliate. So they were burning with humiliation in anguish. So for a Kshatriya to be humiliated like this, it's worse than death. And they went back. So this also happened here. Another place in Kamyavan, yes?
Why were they arrested though? What did they do that warranted that?
This was Indra. Indra, the king of heaven, ordered Chitrasen to go and fight with them because they were there to harass the Pandavas. Okay. They were only there to make trouble.
So he knew that somehow.
Okay. Indra is almost like Bhagavan. He has, he is like all-knowing and seeing everywhere. And, how is it that he is controlling the rain? So he is called Matarishva. He is like Vayu and like Chandra and Varuna. So he is very powerful, and he felt this is not right. Pandavas should not be harassed like this. When they have been cheated by the Kauravas. This was a very wicked thing. They deserve punishment for this. Now they have gone and they are trying to just rub salt in the wound. Oh, no way. We're not going to let this happen. So, yes, he sent Chitrasena and, put a stop to this. Spank these bad boys and send them back home to mama. Okay? So, Yashodakund is also nearby in Kamyavan. This was the residence of Yashoda Maya's father. And Nanda Baba and Brajabasis used to go there sometimes and camp out. And Krishna used to come here with cows and calves, and they would sometimes graze and get water. Then here there is also one sarovar called Setubandha Sarovar. One day, Krishna was relaxing next to this sarovar, very beautiful pond, large pond. with the Sakis and Srimati Radharani. And some monkeys came and they were very attracted seeing how Krishna is so beautiful. You know, monkeys are always very curious. They always want to go and see. And they saw Krishna is so beautiful. They came and they began doing pranam. They were bowing down. And some monkeys were seeing from a distance and they jumped all the way across the pond to come there to see Krishna. And then Lalita ji, she commented, "Oh, this is quite amazing. We have heard from Purnamasi that previously so many monkeys came and they fought with Sri Ram in the battle of Lanka to defeat the evil Ravana." And Krishna smiled and he said, "Yes, you know, in my previous life, I was Ram. And I fought against Ravana and I killed him with my bow and arrows. And I also roamed in the forests and I killed, along with my brother Lakshman, I killed so many demons." And Lalita said, "Ha, ha, ha, ha. You are no big hero like this? What complete nonsense. We see that these monkeys are very heroic, but you do not show any qualities of being a big hero. You are such a liar." And Krishna said, "No, Lalita, it is very true. It is very true. I can show you." Lalita said, "Oh, your talk is so cheap, Krishna. You can say so many things, but we are not easily deceived by your words. Show by some action." Then Krishna used his flute to call the monkeys. Immediately they brought flat stones from far away, and Krishna with his own hands built a bridge across the Kund, and they were quite amazed. And Krishna himself established Rameshwara Mahadev right there at this Kund of Setubandha Sarovar. So it is a very sweet pastime. Also in Kamyavan, there is Lukluki Kund. Lukluki Kund, I think usually we didn't go there. We would look from above going up to Charan Bahari. You must remember Charan Bahari because you have to go up so many steps. It is on top of a steep hill. And this is also in Kamyavan. So what happened in Charan Bahari? Sakis came to one Kund called Dhyan Kund. And they were sitting in meditation. But Krishna went on the top of the hill and he began to play the flute to break their meditation. And then what happened when Krishna is playing his flute? When Krishna's flute song is played, if there is a river flowing downhill, that river may begin to flow in reverse. If there is some soft thing, it may become hard. If there is a hard thing like stone, it may become soft like butter. So all of these stones around there, they became very melted and very soft. And so there are footprints of Krishna and hoofprints of the calves. They are there in the Charan Bahari. And looking down from Charan Bahari, there is Lukluki Kund, where Krishna and his friends used to play hide and go seek, and there are some caves where they would hide. Now from here, we go on to the Bhojan Thali. What is Bhojan Thali? It is a place where Krishna and his friends would go to have lunch, and in the stone there are already some bowls, some thali and bowls and cups are there in the stone. So Krishna used to eat there, and these impressions were left from the time that Krishna would eat there with his cowherd boyfriends. And they would have so many very loving pastimes there. Like once, Madhumangal was always looking for laddus. And so one of Krishna's other friends told Madhumangal, Madhumangal, we will give you a laddu. And someone said to Krishna, "Oh Krishna, if you will close your eyes, open your mouth, we will give you a laddu." Krishna did that, and they put a flower in his mouth. Oh, that was not what he was expecting. So many very beautiful pastimes, and they would play Sakam Vijahu Kritapunya Punja. Sri Shukadeva Goswami has said in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Ittam satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam bhadadevatena mayashratanam nadadarakena sakam vijahu kritapunya punja. What kind of things have these cowherd boys done that they are playing with that same supreme Brahman that the great sages are worshipping as Parabrahma? And those who are taken shelter of the Maya material world see as an ordinary boy. But these cowherd boys, they are playing with Krishna and they are sitting with him and engaged in sport. So this is the place also where Vyomasura came. So Vyomasura was called Vyomasura because he could fly in the sky. And so he came and he kidnapped the cowherd boys. He disguised himself as a cowherd boy and he was taking them away and hiding them in a cave in the hills. And then the cave had a very big stone blocking the entrance. He blocked the entrance so that no one could come out. Krishna noticed this. And then he killed Vyomasura and went and freed his friends from that cave. There is also a place where the impression of Baladev Ji's plow is there. Then there is one other place.
His footprint.
Yes, his footprint. Because when Vyomasura was, it is said that when Vyomasura was killed, Baladev Ji used his plow to pull him down. And he had to, because Vyomasura had a boon, that if he fell on the earth would break. So he had to fall on the lap of Baladev Ji. And that place, there is the impression of Baladev Ji's foot. But yes, that is part of the killing of Vyomasura. Then there is one place called Kadamba Kandi. What is Kadamba Kandi? It is a place where there are so many Kadamba trees. Nowadays, it is, I think, very hard to find any Kadamba tree in Vrindavan.
Is that near Udakari?
Huh?
Is that near Udakari? Because they planted about 50 Kadamba trees there 1 year.
Yeah. No, this is actually, this is in Kamyavan. So this is a very remote part of Kamyavan. Yeah. But yeah, because the Kadamba trees used to be everywhere. And tamal trees, I think, are practically not to be found. There was one tamal tree in the courtyard of Krishna Balaram Mandir and that died also. Anyway, there was this place, Kadamba Kandi, and there used to be so many Kadamba trees, and the Kadamba trees have very beautiful flowers. There was one devotee named Nabaji, and Nabaji had his place of bhajan there in Kadamba Kandi. So Nabaji was a great devotee. He would collect flowers for his deities of Radha and Krishna. Every day he was going and collecting. But he was like a sadhu baba. He was only wearing loincloth and he had long jata, matted locks, like dreadlocks. Very, very long. So one day he was going and he was collecting flowers and his very long jata were caught in some thorny bushes. He could not move. The hair was caught behind him, thorns were behind him. He could not get close to untangle. He was stuck. He remained there for 3 days, and he was standing in one place. Then he saw very beautiful young Kishori come in front of him. And he said, he saw, she is very, this is like Kishori ji herself has come. and he looked behind him and he saw that Krishna was personally untangling his jata, and he was freed. So he had very quick darshan, and then they disappeared. So that is the goal, the devotee who is doing bhajan. He is asking only, I want to see your lila. I want to have your darshan. I want to serve you. I want to have your bhakti. Tata prema bhaktim swakam me prayatcha namokshe graho mesti damodareha. Oh Damodar, I don't want moksha. I don't even want to have sarupya sami pyasalokya sarshti. Oh, and Sayuja, forget about it. No way. I want to have your prema bhakti. Give me prema bhakti. So this is the aspiration of devotees. We want to have prem, but prem cannot come in this body. It cannot come in this life. If we will come to the stage of Swarup Siddhi, when we will come in the stage of Rati, then our sadhana actually begins. And then when we can take birth in Prakat Lila in Vrindavan, then we can have a fully spiritual body by which prem can come.
Oh.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So,
And there's that slide hill also.
yes, that is the, yes, Fishalini Shila, that's the slide. Yes, I forgot to mention that. And we've all done that slide. There is like, you go through a village there, and there is the rock slide. There are actually two places like that. Also, there is one near Unchagaon and Sakigiri Parvat. There is another Vishalani Shila as well. I don't know if we have gone there on the Parikrama party, but it is mentioned in the book.
I was also thinking and wanted to ask, what is the name of that place where Krishna was all night long? He was running up and he could not leave that place.
Yes, what she said. Gaur Pemanande Hari Hari Bol. Oh.
Oh my God.
Will you leave?
Why do you always want to hear from the crow?
Like Kakmushandi, that kind of crow. Only. Yeah. Bhagavat.
He saw Lord Ram's Leela, what, 14 times?
Yes.
14 times that he came to her. Gotta go in the key, Shri Guru Varanga Galavika Giri Dari Radhavino Hari Yuki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Bhama Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Pragyani Kesha Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Rasakshira Goswami Maharaj Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Taita Madhava Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Diva Janal Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Shri Saraswati Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam Vishnu Paraso Parasat Shri Shrimad Bhakti Kamal Madhusuri Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam So Shri Shrimad Bhakti Gaurava Vaikhandas Maharaj Ki Jai Chalila Pavishtam So Shri Shrimad Bhakti Govinda Bhakti Kamal Govinda Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Pidagacharya So Shri Shrimad Bhakti Swarup Shri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Pidagacharya So Shri Shrimad Prem Parodhan Prabhu Ki Jai Bhakti Jai Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Pidagacharya So Shri Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhakti Ragana Shri Diva Gopala Bhakti Dasanagana Sai Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sri Damodar Rai Ramanandi Varga Shara Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Hari Rasa Kaur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Parayana Vasai Gaur Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Dvi Mahaprabhu Samantha Dvi Gauri Dvi Madhi Dvi Gauri Dvi 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 Jnana Dvi Mojan Dvi Mugri Ruchiri Pavika Navadip Dham Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Gaur Govardhana Dasavana Rajamandalam Ki Jai Shama Kun Radha Kun Jamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Dana Baba Yashoda Mai Ki Jai Shri Bal Sakari Sakadevi Ki Jai Lalita